Good morning. Wow. Ooh, always cool to hear yourself. Good morning and welcome. Thank you for attending our talk. Thank you for the nice and warm introduction. My name is Titia. I'm an IoT consultant, and this is Paul, also an IoT consultant. And we have 20 minutes to share with you the challenges we had after we launched LoRa as a nationwide covered network. So bear with us. It's all started in 2016 when we launched the LoRa network. And we had great expectations.
I have also great expectations.
Great expectations about how we're going to move forward with this presentation and push the button.
The green one, right?
This is always cool when you have technology solutions. Okay, so we launched it. And we thought, well, of course, this is the best solution ever. And I'm sure you're all convinced that LoRa has great possibilities. It's the best technology. And we got a lot of press. Worldwide, nationwide, we made the news. All kinds of corporations came over to KPN to ask us, wow, how did you do it? How did you create a network? It's amazing. So we had great expectations. We thought there would be a big lineup of customers all demanding their LoRa keys now to deliver solutions. And that didn't happen. And we were a bit shocked because we had an excellent network. Yes, we had some hiccups in the start, but why? We had experience with creating good networks internationally. For those of you who don't know it, KPN is a telco in Holland. Internationally known for that we have a great network. We even have some experience in IoT. In 2002, we started with machine-to-machine SIM. So how hard could it be? I mean, we have the network. This is what happens when we launch 4G. It all went out splendidly. But LoRa is new. It's a new technology. IoT has new possibilities. So we asked our customers, okay, you heard the LoRa story, why aren't you buying it? And they said, well, all sounds great, but I don't know how it helps me. So we went off on a journey, which is called use case discovery, which actually means you talk to customers and say, hey, we have a technology, what's your problem? And then we found out the following. We learned a lot. Did you know that chickens are the animals that create the most dust? How is that relevant for IoT? You might wonder. We thought exactly the same. Because when we have a use case, we usually said, well, we're good at a network. We deliver the network. All you need is a temperature sensor, and it all works out splendidly. And in 2017 and 18, we didn't have the number of LoRa devices we have now. If you look at the exhibition hall, it's amazing what you can see. But you could Google, and we told our customers, just Google, find a device, put it in there. And then we got a lot of feedback from customers. Well, we used a sensor, a simple temperature sensor, but it doesn't work. As it turned out, the temperature sensor was attached in a chicken farm. Did you know that chickens produce the most dust? Do you know what happens if dust gets into a device? And if you buy a LoRa device because of its longevity and that you can keep it without, and if it breaks down in 2 days, you don't think, oh, probably the dust or the way it's built, the device. No, you think LoRa sucks. So we had to learn as a telco that in order for us to sell connectivity, which is basically for anyone who is curious about our business model, it's really complicated. We sell subscriptions. That's why we make money. So any IoT solution that has a lot of connectivity is great and excellent. So what we learned, we have to help the customer. So we helped them with proof of concept. We did over 200 with some of the brightest technology minds here. And then we learned that creating a proof of concept is not automatically something you can scale up. I think some of you have might recognize this story and have learned the same things. And you have to work together also not only with hardware manufacturers, but also on the getting the data and making it useful. Data is not information. For instance, a chicken farmer is not interested every second in the temperature of his chickens farms. It might surprise you, but he doesn't care. All he wants to know is when the temperature rises to the level that it's dangerous, because what we're trying to do is prevent a stable fire, and that's it. So if you don't think about what the actual solution offers, you don't have a solution at all and you won't sell it. So, this is an example of what we learned. As a telco, lost in IoT land, we found our way. We found our way to the customer, and we found that we have to deliver a service. This is an IoT solution. This weekend it got the award. It is the best bike insurance in the Netherlands. Yay. But it is IoT. This customer didn't buy a track and trace solution using LoRa geolocation. They actually packaged it into a service for their customer, because you don't want to know where your bicycle is, you know where you left your bike. I mean, unless you have some other issues, but then that's not your solution. You know where you left your bike. If it's not there where you left it, you want to notify someone. And not in order to see where your bike is heading. No, you want someone to get your bike back, because what you actually want to do is you want to cycle. That's why you bought the damn thing in the first place. So that is the solution. So what you see is that the technology is used to offer a service, a solution. And that means, then we come to the lesson we learned in over 4 years of going from use case discovery to proof of concepts to minimal viable product and also minimal lovable products. For those of you who know the lingo, we went to this. What we need to do is, if we believe in IoT, if we believe in the numbers that Gartner and all the other Forbes and very boring reports say, then we have to make it easy. And keeping things simple and easy isn't that easy. That's what we found out. So what we need to do is step up out of our high horse as a telco and say, we have the best network. Now you do your thing. We learned that we need to partner. That's the hype word ecosystem, which basically means, hey, what you're doing, how can we help and create solutions that offer value? And that's our lesson. That's why we need to team up. So this is our challenge. We have to make it simple. What's in it for us? Basically, we won't sell LoRa connectivity if this isn't solved. We found that customer wants easy access. No one wants to dive into the details of this complicated chain. So you have to think. And we need to partner. So we at KPN, we learned to talk to customers, talk to hardware developers, talk to partners, and actually learn what the question behind the question is and what you guys need. So that is, in a nutshell, from a business perspective, what we learned. And it has brought across a major shift, because usually, for the people who know us in Holland, we were the leading company in telco land, and we usually go just connectivity is an afterthought. But with an IoT, and if you want to create a market, that's not the way to go. So we learned, and we decided to help you and our partners to make IoT easy, accessible. And that's what Paul's going to tell you more about.
Indeed, because the business side of it all is, okay, just make IoT easy. Yeah, but how? Okay, one part of it is also solved in the business, and that's to take partners into your ecosystem and do not do it all. But you also need to collaborate with the customer itself. When you say, hey, you can buy full service from us, we do everything for you. Yeah, that's not scalable. In the keynote, they told us about the revenue that needs to increase exponentially and not the costs, so that when you scale, your income will rise and not decrease when you take into account the operational costs. And that's also been a hard lesson for us. We said to our customers, yeah, we'll fix it all. We had some partners, and that was it. And the solution went operational. And then the questions came in, and we had to answer them all with our technical expertise. But they were already working on the next solution because we needed to grow and grow. It's like what you say. When you give a man a fish, he will eat for 1 day. When you teach someone to catch fish, he can eat for a lifetime. And that's what we are trying with the part I am a product owner of now at KPN. We try to provide a self-service portal. And that should be in the range from, okay, you can do it yourself completely, to the partial solutions where you say, hey, it's full serviced, but you can get some insights yourself. You can change things a little bit yourself in a context you understand. And to illustrate the usefulness of a self-service portal, I will showcase 3 types of customers that are very suitable for the self-service. You know, the pampered, the customer who really wants to get pampered, yeah. Okay, he doesn't want a self-service portal, he wants an account manager he can call at night. But not everyone is like that, and not everyone wants to pay for such a service. So I'll highlight the micromanager, the indecisive, and also the opportunist. The micromanager, he wants to see everything. You say, okay, here's a solution, but because it's full serviced, it should work end-to-end, but it never works end-to-end. LoRaWAN doesn't have a quality of service, you can miss some messages. So here comes the question the next morning. Why didn't I receive a message from my device at 5 p.m.? Okay, yeah. So we go into our data logger of the network, and we see the reception around that part of the hour was quite bad, so probably it's a reception thing. Yeah, okay. And the next day, you'll probably ask the same. So give him a self-service portal. Tell him, okay, here's your portal, you can log in, everyone knows how to use a website nowadays. All the devices can have names he understands, or ID, and he goes to the data history of the device, and as you can see, around the highlight, don't look at the timestamps in the screenshot, by the way, around the highlighted frames, there is one missing. Oh. Okay, the signal bars next to it give some indication. That way you can eliminate these questions from the micromanager that put stress on your operational organization. Just like the question, could you also add temperature to the dashboard? And you think, come on, I've really put much effort in understanding what you want. I have a nice map on the dashboard, and it says the relative humidity, and now you want temperature? Okay, add a button on the dashboard. And I know, also now it sounds trivial to add such a thing, but you need to add security, and you need to build software that contains the possibilities you offer to the customer, but it's worth it in the long run. It eliminates these questions on your operational organization. Just like for the indecisive, you have designed the solution, you build it, and then, of course, he wants a little change. Can you change the send interval of this device? It's now just not sending as much data as I would like. Yes, I understand that my battery life will degrade, but it's worth it for this device because it's on asset Y. Okay. Try to make your devices in a way that you can adjust these parameters over the air through a downlink. Also something you need to regulate in your portal, but when you come to a point that you are confident from your service that you offer this drop-down to your customer, everyone understands the drop-down. Just select one, press send, give good feedback about the transition, the transmission of the data, and there you have it. And the last one, the opportunist, he's actually also a great one from a business side of view, because he doesn't want to make things, he wants to sell things. Sounds like business, right? So you have given him a solution, and now he says, can I also sell this to my customers? Yeah, well, for your own operational organization, you're at some point that you have the programs in place to build a new solution automatically. So why not give that button to this opportunist? He can be the reseller. And also that could de-stress your operations, because then you'd have a partner in the operational part. He can answer the questions. And he could be a player in a specific vertical, just rebranding your solution and then bringing it to a whole new market. Especially the last thing, the business found a good idea. So that concludes my illustration of the usefulness of a self-service portal to eliminate some challenges. Part of it is free to access. There's a link here. You see it's the KPN Things portal. From the business side.
Yes, what we are looking, this is not the solution that will solve all our problems. I mean, the challenge is still to create easy access to IoT, and therefore we need to work together. So I would like to invite you to an event, not only free drinks and free dinner, which is always a good case, and a nice view of the Erasmusbrug in Rotterdam, but also access to our technical and business experts, and even our venture venture capitalist managers. There's one in the room, so he's nodding. Yes, that's actually his title. What we're looking for are people who have hardware devices, LoRa devices, that are looking for a partner to talk to big customers. We know every customer in the Netherlands, and we have a nice track record, who want to use our portal, who have challenges, and who want to cooperate. So if you're wondering if you like Rotterdam as well, and if you like a nice view, and want to meet up with us, the 26th of March. So please feel free. If you don't find us here, this is an excellent spot to go to. And here are the links. So now we have room for questions.
Thank you all.
One takeaway I take away is don't blame Laura, but blame the chickens, I would say.
It's always the chicken. It's always.
It was a very nice example that you were giving. The self-service portal that you were talking about, how do you see the increase of users? I mean, are most of your customers choosing for the self-service portal, or is it still most of your customers that you give full service?
So actually we're in the transition phase. You see the free part we announced, that's actually has been the first step. Mm-hmm. So coming in from the full service, and now from the self-service part, and trying to find the middle ground, using our launching customers from the full service part to actually, so this is what we understand for what they want, now build it, try to incorporate, and then go further from that.
Yeah, but you're positive about, let's say, the amount of customers choosing more and more for self-service, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool, great. Any more questions? Yeah. Sorry.
My question is, KPN now uses its own network server, I believe. Does KPN have plans in the future to use public network servers as well, for instance, like TTN?
Do you know it?
Difficult question, it seems.
Difficult question, of course, yeah. I believe we always said in the beginning, that's why we're here. We're not here for the first time. We at KPN believe the Things Network is an excellent organization. But we also serve customers in the Netherlands who want a service level agreement. And for those types of customers, and they've already have integrated IT solutions with us. So I think we operate on a different spectrum, and we will always work together. How that will develop based on the use cases.
Yeah, okay. One more last question we have time for. If not, you guys will be here with a booth as well, I assume?
No, but we
Oh, okay.
will be really present at the drink, so please join us there.
Okay, cool.
And at the lunch as well.
Very good.
We have a special offer, I think, for the portal.
Yeah, so the free part of the
Forgot
portal, last week we've announced that there is no time limit anymore on the free period. So that allows you to connect up to 3 LoRa devices to our network for indefinite time.
Great. So we have a scoop. Thank you so much, Paul and Titia.
Welcome.